You play a lot of cricket, you play these kind of situations a lot, and you kind of figure out a way to rather you have a pattern to how you approach these kind of innings. And he knew his plans, I knew my plans, so we were just complementing each other.
What did he tell? What did he tell you? Because in the sense that he was struggling to run. So at that situation, even despite that you were going for singles and twos.
Yeah, I think it was a very hot day. Obviously everybody tries to have as much liquids as we could, but it's still, I think he was going through a lot of cramps, and the fact that he was batting for a long time didn't help either. So, with me being there, I run a lot, I run twos, threes, I was pushing him, so it was that much more harder for him. So, I think next time we play together, I'd prefer somebody else there who can hit a boundary or two faster. But it was good. Just batting with him after a long time actually, and it felt good.
Why? Was it in a way like Dhoni rolling back the clock? There's so much talk about him and his finishing abilities and all that. You were there on the other end. Do you feel like you're rolling back the clock?
I think he's been pretty solid this series. This has been his kind of innings that he's played over and over again. So it was great to watch him finish off an innings. And we know he can absorb pressure, and release it back to the opponents when the time is right. And that's always been a strength. And today you saw a perfect example of that.
It's just about your own batting. You've been up and down all over the batting order. So is this a role, this finishing role, something that in the last 1 year you've really seen like that?
Yeah, look, obviously I've practiced it, worked on it, and this is a skill that I feel is a very important skill. I think this is a skill where you need to have a cool head. A lot of experience helps, and this is probably one of the hardest skill in the game, because to finish a match and be on the winning side is something that is great to be a part of. And obviously, batting the power play and batting up front is a different kind of challenge. Batting in the middle where the ball is reversing a bit, the bowlers are sure of what lengths to bowl the wicket. You know what lengths to bowl on this wicket. A lot of different challenges. It feels good to come out and execute the plans that you have, and put pressure on the opponent.
For a long time, the Indian team has, after the top three, tend to have fluidity in the positions where you guys bat. But to the World Cup insight, is it like fixed now? Like 5 or 4, only 5, USA. Is it fixed now?
That's a question you have to ask the coach, I feel, because it's very hard for me to answer on their behalf.
No, what I mean to say is that what sort of message has been given to you that look, listen, in these 30 matches, this is where you will bat. Has that been conveyed to you?
Definitely, they've told me that this is the role for me right now, and they want me to do the best that I can, and they're backing me completely. And I think it'll be very unfair on me to talk on others' behalf, but they've told me that this is where I'm going to bat, and this is what they expect out of me, and I'm trying to achieve that.
Mr. Ramsey.
Do you have to say what Virat, when he came off the field for a while, you were the next man in, did you feel that he might not come back out again?
I didn't have that thought. It's interesting you say that. I actually didn't think about that for a second. If he had not gone, maybe I would have, but I didn't even know when this was you were talking about. I really don't know which part of the innings you said this.
When he came off the field.
Oh, that was drinks break then though. We had 3 drinks break this time. In this, because today was a very hot day, both the teams decided that they'll have 3 drinks breaks. So that was the 3rd drinks break that he came out at around the 43rd over. Now I remember what you're saying. He came out to.
He was off for quite some time.
Yes, yeah. He took a little bit of time extra, but that was drinks break, and he came back. And just, it didn't even cross my mind then.
Any more questions, Yogesh?
What were the sort of things when you went in? What were the what were the instructions that were given to you?
No instructions. Look, I think you don't get instructions. You know what you wanted. You know what the team needs. We need to win the game. This is the score. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was upwards of around 9 runs on over, 10 runs on over almost. So we know this was the target. So Dhoni and I approached it accordingly.
In the last over, we saw even Chawla coming inside the ground and talking to you and Dhoni. So was there anything from the dressing room?
No, obviously that was more on the drinks perspective. They're just hydrating us and making sure we were ready for each ball, because it was really hot, and it was one of those days where there was zero humidity as well, so that didn't help. So you didn't feel like you feel like you're drinking water, but then you always realize there's cramps around the corner because you're not sweating as much. But it was a hard day.
Obviously, with the series now level 1 hour and everything to play for in the MCB, it will be another humbling and as many crowds coming in to support. So your take on the final match?
I'm sure it'll be a good match. 2 good teams playing. They're also batting really well, and it's going to be two close games also. Both these games, I'm sure it'll be a great game. Two good teams contesting for obviously winning the series. This one, so it's going to be a great game in Melbourne.
This last last over, though only 7 were needed, and I mean, you back the team batting to get it. Still, I mean, what was the thought at the start of the 50th over? I mean, what was the? I mean, had it become too tight, too tense?
No. I think Dhoni and I knew that we were just one hit away, and obviously bowling the last over 7 runs to the bowlers also under a little bit of pressure, and he's got to execute 6 great balls to stop us from scoring those 7 runs. So one mistake he does, I think we would have pounced on him, and the first ball Dhoni hit a beautiful 6, so that kind of sealed the deal there.
In the Ranji's like when there's not much experience in bowling attack, do you kind of back yourself? Do you tell yourself the boundary ball is coming, and you focus more on just like ensuring there are 2s and 3s?
Yeah, obviously, the bigger grounds here in Australia, so you try and run hard. You pick gaps. You kind of wait for that. You kind of wait for the bat ball. Also, having said that, these are true wickets. You can hit through the line. A lot of times in India, it keeps a little low. It scoots a little low sometimes. But here, the ball comes down to the bat, so you can trust yourself and go over fielders, which is really helpful in Australia.
दो छोटे सवाल हिंदी में बोलना मराठी में भी। ये धोनी के साथ बैटिंग करना ये क्या बात होती है? क्योंकि आप आईपीएल में भी खेले हो, यहाँ भी खेले हो, क्या उसकी बर्फ की फैक्ट्री होती है, क्या है?
फर्स्टली आईपीएल में कभी साथ में नहीं खेला है, बट डेफिनेटली इंडिया के लिए बहुत कुछ खेला है और बहुत काम रहते हैं वो। ऐसा सिचुएशन में ज्यादा सोचते नहीं, क्या उस टाइम में क्या चाहिए उसके बारे में सोचते हैं और वो एग्जीक्यूट करना देखते हैं हर बार। ज्यादा इधर उधर नहीं सोचते हैं 10 ओवर है कितना मारना है, वैसा नहीं सोचते हैं। अभी ये बॉलर डाल रहे हैं इसके हिसाब से क्या करना है वो ही सोचते हैं वो।
और जो आज के मैच में देखने को मिला कि एक फिटनेस की एक अलग लेवल हमें देखने को मिली, फील्डिंग में, बैटिंग में, बॉलिंग में और रनिंग बिटवीन द विकेट्स में खास करके। तो ये फिटनेस का रीजिंग जो बदला है, आप पहले भी इंडिया के लिए खेले हो, वापसी की है आपने, तो ये हमारे फिटनेस ट्रेनर है, हमारे फिजियो है, इनके रोल के बारे में जरा डिटेल बताओगे कि क्या फर्क है?
देखो, अभी हमारा ट्रेनर मिस्टर बासु इज प्रॉब्ली वन ऑफ द बेस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड। उनको एग्जैक्टली पता है कि कैसा पुश करना है, कब ऑफ डे रखना है, कब ट्रेनिंग करना है, कब जिम करना है, कब रनिंग करना है। उनको बहुत अच्छा आइडिया है और ही इज प्रॉब्ली वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्ट्रेंथ एंड कंडीशनिंग ट्रेनर्स गोइंग अराउंड इन द वर्ल्ड। इफ आई बी लाइंग इफ आई से कंट्री, डेफिनेटली वन ऑफ द बेस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड, बिकॉज बहुत अच्छा नॉलेज है उनको इस बारे में। तो वो एग्जैक्टली पुश करते हैं। अभी देखेगा तो जो भी इंजरी से बाहर आते हैं वो अलग लेवल फिट आते हैं। ऐसे नहीं कि दे जस्ट कमिंग देयर नॉट श्योर अबाउट देयर बॉडी, दे नो अबाउट देयर बॉडी वेरी वेल। एंड इवन क्रेडिट टू पैट्रिक, बट आई हैव लास्ट 10 साल में बासु सर के साथ वर्क कर रहा हूँ और उनका जो नॉलेज है और कैसे उन्होंने मुझे पुश किया है, अमेजिंग ट्रेनर है। लॉट ऑफ क्रेडिट शुड गो टू हिम। आई एम श्योर अ लॉट ऑफ द फास्ट बॉलर्स विल गिव यू डिटेल्ड sort of detailed answer on this because they have worked a lot. They can see कितना फर्क पड़ता है 130 डालने में और 140 डालने में, बहुत फर्क पड़ता है। तो he makes sure that happens because of the way we train. We are very scientific in our training methods. Now everything, including the amount of running we do, we wear this vest which has GPS in it and it kind of tells us, gives us data what sort of running we do, how much we are pushing ourselves and all that. So it's very detailed, very professional and very systematic. A lot of credit to Basu in that regard.